Morning, it's Steve here from Signal Center, and this morning I'm presenting my weekly Bitcoin bulletin. So I'm going to run through what we covered last week, a little bit of an update, and run through the timeframes and look at all the technical levels really to look out for in the coming days and week ahead. So I'll start with the weekly chart, which we highlighted last week that we believed we'd completed the fifth wave. And we were in the middle of a corrective move lower. Normally this happens in an ABC wave, and this has played out really, really nicely. Actually sort of like hit levels bang on, which is quite unusual, but can happen. We can see that on the weekly chart we had a horror show of a week last week, and we've had some follow through this week. The level that we've reached, the low on this chart is for 42,100, and it really did sort of like target those support levels, which was we took from the top of the first wave, and also from this ABC formation. I'll show a little bit more of that in a second. This is the daily chart. One thing I really sort of like picked up on today, I've added an Ichimoku cloud here, which is a really good technical indicator. Gives us some forward guidance as well as to where the resistance should be based on previous price action. But really what I wanted to highlight on this is the volumes. We can see the volumes here up until around about early Feb, mid-Feb, and they've dropped off a great deal since then, despite this move higher in prices. This is really bearish divergence in my eyes, and the fact that we remain, although volumes have picked up in April, they've dropped off again in May and are still pretty low compared to previously. So let's really sort of like look at maybe the 4-hour chart will give us a little bit more in terms of levels to talk about. We can see that price action broke out of this channel. We were trading around here last week when we were talking, and we expected we talked about a double top formation here, and the fact that a breakdown should target another drive lower. These levels in red, this 47,645, that was a supportive level. They now turn into resistance levels. So as prices bounce back up in the hope of going up, they will find resistance at previous support levels. So what really are we looking at the moment? We've seen the breakdown here over the weekend, no price action on this chart, and really targeted those levels. We had an idea we could target these levels really by using a measuring tool, which would take the move from the high, the all-time high, to the recovery level, and then adding that on to where the price action stalled and broke back below this channel. And then we basically had an idea that prices should head towards the 42,000 level if we manage to break the support around about 52,000. 50,000 is a psychological level only. Below that we had other swing lows which have been taken out. So what do we expect this week? It's one of the markets, or one of the charts that I'm really looking at for the short-term price action is a potential double bottom. Now we've seen this low formed. This is on the 17th at 4 o'clock. This is at 5 o'clock on the 17th, and we've seen a decent reaction in between. And for us, this forms the neckline. Now, if the neckline is broken, sorry about that. If the neckline is broken, then we do expect an extension higher. That will be the confirmation of the double bottom. So where do we expect the measured move higher to go? What we do is we take the bottom there, measure up to the neckline and extend it higher. That takes us back towards 50,000. So I think if we get a break above 46,000 and a close above there on the hourly chart, I fully expect a retracement back to 50,000. Now, do I expect this to continue? It's a bit of a, there's definitely some heavy resistance from 50,000 all the way up to 51,500. So it's a little bit of a wait and see if that plays out or not. However, we have completed this ABC formation as far as we're concerned from a technical perspective, and potentially the next move is to the upside. However, if we do get a break and of this 41,800 level, this opens a move right down towards 30,000. It's a very talked about level on Bitcoin at the moment, and for the bulls, we've really got to hold on to this 41,800 level. Potential for a move up to 50,000 on the double bottom, but I think it's a bit of a rocky road ahead for the longs in the market. I hope this has helped. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to speaking to you next week.